celebrities. Here, he was somebody, and there is just another celebrity. In my view, he's the loser, big time.
The legendary royal photographer, Arthur is not mincing words at all. He called Harry a loser, and he said it with confidence. Here are the 10 reasons the royal photographer thinks Harry is a loser, and do not miss the 7th reason, because that one is the bitter truth. There is nothing nicer than being royalty, and not just any royalty. You are part of the lineage of the king. But Harry threw all that away for a Netflix show that flopped terribly, and he went ahead to speak ill of the monarchy. According to Arthur, he is no longer welcome in the royal family, and that decision is final.
He's got to start sort of seeing things as they really are, and he's no longer welcome here, it just seems, and he's going to have to make a big act of contrition, in my view, to the king before he gets back, because
the palace is not distancing themselves from Harry. They have gone into full lockdown mode. Because of Harry, an urgent renovation may be going on inside the palace. His old keys no longer work. Before he steps into the palace, he now has to ask for an invitation, and if the invitation is not granted, he will sit back in his Montecito mansion. From a prince to a commoner, this is the ultimate downgrade of the century, and it is a big loss. One of the biggest losses a man can face is when his own family is afraid to speak privately with him. According to Arthur, Harry has lost his family and even close friends because they are terrified that any conversation will end up in the next book, the next documentary, or the next Oprah sob special.
quite honestly, they're frightened to have him with them in things, because any conversation they may have could be in the next TV program, and they're not prepared to do that anymore.
The royals are cautious because it seems the planned content for Netflix is finished, and a simple hello from any royal could become a 6-episode Netflix series. A private chat with Harry could appear in his next memoir titled Spare 2. Harry has gone from being a prince to a walking audio recorder, and the firm is tired of providing content for Harry and Meghan's production line. Harry went from celebrated war hero who fought in Afghanistan to Hollywood hobby podcaster, rejected by Spotify, and only good at sob interviews with Oprah. Yet he still claims to be a powerful prince. He thinks he is bigger than he actually is.
No, I think he thinks he's bigger than he actually is, and I also feel that Meghan is becoming. I don't think almost doesn't want to come here anymore.
No. Harry is living in a fantasy universe where he is the main character, but in reality, in people's eyes, he's just a puppet. Arthur says his ego is now a floating hot air balloon, drifting with no rope, no direction, and absolutely no applause. The joy of every parent is seeing their grandchildren, and one of the biggest blessings for a child is loving grandparents. But Harry is making his children lose valuable relationships with their grandfather and even their cousins and nieces.
And what really upsets the king is the fact he's never going to see his grandchildren. These two, this little boy and this little girl, should be playing with their cousins at Balmoral now. They should be here enjoying the life of the royal family. Instead of that, they're stuck in this house, or where is it, in Montecito.
Arthur describes Harry as emotionally cruel and evil-minded. King Charles is getting older by the day, and he is battling health issues that he is managing medically.
As said, King Charles spent a short period of time in hospital today after experiencing the temporary side effects of his cancer treatment.
This is the time he should spend with his grandchildren, but Harry is robbing him of this opportunity because of the useless decision to step away from royalty. Now the kids are growing up like children without a family, and they are only seen in paparazzi photos once a year. Harry is not just a bad son. He doesn't seem to be doing well as a father either. Harry was the most popular, joyous, and fun-loving royal before marrying Meghan Markle. He even established the Invictus Games, which strengthened his public image. But after marrying Meghan, he lost his popularity and hit rock bottom. He is now slightly above Meghan and Andrew.
You know, before he went, he was the most popular member of the royal family. And now he's right down,
he's
almost at the bottom of the list. Slightly above Meghan.
Okay, and slightly above Andrew as well.
Well,
we'll get to Andrew after.
Imagine falling so low that even Prince Andrew, the royal family's permanent public relations nightmare, beats you in popularity. That is Harry today. He has lost everything, and the one thing that should have remained, which is his popularity, is gone. His fall from grace is extreme. Prince Harry made the biggest mistake of his life by trading tradition, purpose, status, and respect for something temporary like Netflix deadlines, sunburns, paparazzi on bikes, and being neighbors with people who do not even know his last name. Arthur describes Montecito as a place where celebrities go to fade quietly. They sip green juice and pretend anyone still cares.
There's celebrities in another town for the celebrities. Here, he was somebody.
Harry wanted the celebrity lifestyle, but he was too lazy to carry out royal duties. He traded royalty for Hollywood, and in hopes of living next door to A-list celebrities, he chose a neighborhood filled with Z-listers. According to Arthur, everyone knows the one thing that would fix everything, and that is Harry coming home, reconnecting with his family, and acting like an adult. But for Harry, who Arthur calls a big loser, he would rather take the British government to court than simply say, "I am sorry." He is so proud that he never does the right thing at the right time.
And he's going to have to make a big act of contrition, in my view, to the king before he gets back.
Even the mediation he planned with his father ended in a deadlock in less than 15 minutes.
Well, my understanding is that actually the meeting lasted for exactly 12 minutes, not 30 minutes or 45 minutes. And also that Harry took it upon himself without an invitation to get on a plane, fly over and inform the King's office that he was arriving. So one could actually almost wonder, who was the visit for? Was it for Harry? Was it for the King? Or was it for Netflix? Or was it a combination of all three? I don't think anybody is particularly convinced that Harry has done this for any other reason but to work himself into the narrative and keep himself at the forefront.
Is that the kind of son who would humble himself to ask for forgiveness? When Harry claimed he would not return to the palace until he was granted maximum security, Arthur says it was a lie. Meghan has influenced him to believe that if the story does not look good on camera, it should be ignored. He was simply looking for a glamorous way to return to the United Kingdom, but those plans failed. Harry was not scared and he was not in danger. He did not want to show up unless it benefited the brand, and since going to the palace without style or paparazzi did not fit the brand, he refused to go.
Right, they thought he should have been here. You know, and all this nonsense about he couldn't get protection. You know, as far as I'm concerned, that was a pathetic excuse.
This is one of the strongest losing mentalities Harry has. Harry has tried his best to stay familiar with Britain since leaving, but Meghan, who married him as a prince, is never with him when he comes to the UK. She is not avoiding the UK because of safety issues. According to Arthur, she is avoiding the UK because she is over it, and she is quietly over Harry too.
Meghan is becoming, I don't think, almost doesn't want to come here anymore. He comes back, but she never comes with him.
She married a prince, but ended up with a man who now flies economy and gets mocked by Piers Morgan daily. This is a huge fall from grace for Harry. This is Arthur's final blow to Harry. Harry was not just part of history, he was born into royal immortality, 1,000 years of legacy, a global platform that people dream of. Nations adored him and respected him, and some even declared public holidays when he visited. He dumped all of these for victimhood, self-pity, recorded therapy sessions, and a wife who treats the UK like a plague zone. He had the world behind him, but he chose the mud. For Arthur, the game is over for Harry. He is not coming back. He chose to be a loser for life. There you have it, as confirmed by the royal photographer. These are the reasons he thinks Harry is a big loser. From being banned from his own home to starving his parent of their grandkids, only a loser would pull that stunt. Which of these points shocked you the most? Let us know in the comment section, and do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next video.